Okay, let's drop in, girl. You, sir, you drop in or you're dropping out. Okay?
Yeah, we don't put up with bullshit in this room. Okay? You're in or you're out, no matter how cute you are. All right.
Okay, let's just take a breath because you make me so unhinged.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say and to whom? And please don't cancel us.
Give us the strength to say what we really mean.
Actually, yes. When
We are just editing our lives. We should just be more.
You feel like we are?
I don't know. It's a cancel culture.
I know.
Are we live?
Yeah, honey, we're always live.
I love
before
this.
we even started, we were live.
Okay. Do you want to introduce me?
You need no introduction. You've already been on once. In the Uber, I was like, so why did you want to come on again? And she said, I wasn't done yet.
I feel like I still have so much to talk about. I didn't even want to get up last time.
I love it.
We're just, when we get together, it just kind of...
Well, I feel like you were talking about editing, I feel like you edited yourself a little bit.
I controlled myself.
In what way?
I think I just was afraid.
No,
it's a scary, vulnerable place to just let yourself go.
Yeah.
I'm the most vulnerable with you probably over anyone, but I think it's a scary world out there to say how you feel anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I do, actually.
People don't lead as often with kindness. They just judge or they expect that you have to be in the same box as them.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that is the reason why you and I have been able to maintain a friendship for over 30 plus years.
Math isn't our strong suit.
I'm like, 1, 2,
I'm
3.
like, ask me anything but a math question, I will fail. Know your strengths.
Yeah, know your strengths.
If I went on a date with someone and they asked me math, I would never get a second date. It's just how it goes.
No, but you're
I'm street smart.
Listen,
come to realize that.
Lean into your strengths. I never thought I was good at math, but when it comes to business and P&Ls, like I've learned, like you have to, it doesn't have to be your expertise, but you do have to know.
Well, we have calculators now, but also when you can't do your kids' homework, that's when you know you're bad at math.
Wait, I feel like you're pointing your finger at me. I can't.
No, but you know how many parents
hard.
can't do their kids' homework anymore?
No, it's embarrassing.
It's our generation. We did math different. They do math different now. I mean, how is that a thing?
No, it doesn't make me feel good. It's like a low when I have to help with
That's
math.
why you just hire a tutor and just let your ego out the door. Let them deal with it.
No, for real. In the world of just like editing yourself, it's easier, right? Because showing who you really are or what you really want to say comes with a lot of opinions, backlash, judgment, expectations of how people feel as if you should show up. And that's what it makes you comfortable to just follow.
Yeah. Don't you think with the situation you're in, I mean, I walk down the street with you, I see people stop you. You're, a very known figure. Don't you think that there comes like so much responsibility with that, with you, people expecting, oh, I know her. They think they know you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a different view on something, or maybe you change your eating habits or anything you do, you get so criticized. And you're human. We all change. You're allowed to have a different, opinion or a different view on something. Or maybe you're drinking alcohol, but you're not now. Or you're eating meat, but you're not now.
Right.
It's your life.
I know. I think people just have the thing that puts us in the most amount of pain in our lives. And until we realize it, I think until we realize the most crucial thing is that we're causing ourselves our own pain. And to me is in the act of having expectations from other people, in the way in which you believe someone should be showing up or speaking or whatever it is. And it's so funny because I find myself in this place where whenever I get like challenged by it, I really, really have to go into, okay, like, where is the opportunity here for me to learn from this? And I think what's gotten really loud for me is in the surrender, there comes so much stripping of letting people down and being okay with it. And that used to be the thing that made me the most uncomfortable. And it still does. I would be lying if I didn't say that there are not bouts of me feeling like, oh my God, with whatever it is. But it has me just diving in so much deeper to my practice of being in the pause and not feeling as if I need to respond or react to whatever it is in some way,
You're definitely in a different era right now of your life. You're in like the spiritual. It's like, no, I love it. I've seen such a shift in the last 6 months, even with you. Every time I talk to you, it's like a different person, like in a great way.
Yeah.
But people are getting cut out and things are changing. Watch out. I'm like, Noah, are we still in? I'm like, she's on a different shit right now. Are we still in?
No, but
it's a good thing. I love when you get kind of down and dirty and you're there.
But it's, first of all, thank you, because what is the point?
Yeah.
Like, when you really think about it, right? Like, what is the point? If we're not living and diving in deep to our truth and showing up in our most authentic truth, then what the hell are we doing? We're walking around pleasing everyone else but ourselves.
What made this shift happen? When did you just wake up one morning and say, I'm going there?
That's a really good question, actually. And I feel like you're interviewing me. So I love it. There's going to be an ebb and flow. That's such a great question. And
I'm even trying to think back to when I really started noticing it with you.
I feel like I've been on this cusp for the past 10 years, but you are absolutely right. In the past year, I have gone so much deeper.
Yeah, sometimes we're on the phone. I think a lot of people don't know this, but we talk almost every day, which I think people always ask, how are you guys such great friends still? And I always am so happy that we're able to do this because we are running companies, we're parents, you have a husband, I have a boyfriend. We have so much going on. And I think it's so easy for us to pick up the phone and just call. Yeah. Because we talk every day. If a long time goes by, it's like, oh, we have to talk about a lot of stuff, but we catch up so often. But I noticed how much talking to you, you just have changed in a good way. Just like your whole—
In what way?
You just seem very spiritual and just over the bullshit.
That's it.
But I don't know really. I don't know when the shift started.
I'll tell you when it started. And I want to share this too because I have definitely had a history of codependent relationships. You and I don't have a codependent relationship. At all. Like when I say that, like when we talk every day, it could be a voice note, it could be a text, it could be a meme, it could be
anything,
a FaceTime, a conversation. It's not like, I think the difference is, and this is where it's really important to understand your arena, like who is in your arena. And what is the purpose of having the people that you have around you? Because every friendship,
different.
Everything is different, right? Like every person on your team, every partner that you encounter. And you and I have a real sisterhood.
Yeah.
Like it's a bond. And I don't even like unbreakable this. Like I actually think anything's breakable,
Yeah.
right? Like when you really
Yeah.
look at it, but it's just
I feel threatened.
it is the fact that you and I are so radically honest with each other.
Oh, yeah.
We are not like, there's nothing fluffy
There's nothing held back
about our relationship. Like you tell me straight up
Yeah.
if I'm just
And
like,
you do the same.
yeah, not
I like the first time my boyfriend did dinner with us, he pulled me aside the next day and he was like, "You are so mean to Melissa." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Are you sure you didn't mean she was mean to me? Are you confused by this?" He's like, "You need to apologize to her today." And I was like, "What?" I was so shocked. And then I called you. I was like, "Are we good?" And you're like, "What are you talking about?" But he wasn't used to that. He had
Right.
never seen me. He'd seen me with so many friends, but not with you. And I think people just don't know how to take us because we're so brutally honest. So I think,
we're not, it's not mean. It's
but
direct.
Every time I post a DM, like a video, like a new reel, you DM me immediately with feedback. Okay, do
well,
this.
wait,
But in
first
a
of
good
all,
way.
explain. Like,
But in a good way. You're such a great, anytime I have a business question or how can I do this, you're my go-to. Because you love empowering women, you love helping women entrepreneurs. So I always call you. You're not the type of girl that's gonna, first of all, you always have an answer for me. Even if you don't know, you'll find it out. And I love that. But I always go to you for that. And so every time I post something, you're like, okay, you can do this differently or better in a good way. I love that feedback.
I have to expand on what you're saying because you have been saying for the past year that you want to grow your business. And Chris is a stylist. She works virtually with clients, in person. Like your business has expanded so much because you are putting yourself out there.
Oh, it's my passion. I wake up every day and I know, as cheesy as it sounds, I'm doing what I was meant to be doing.
You absolutely
and I
are.
couldn't be happier. Of course it's work, but it feels like I'm living my dream and I know I'm not done. And that's what's exciting. I can't wait to do more and I want to grow, but
she stands in her own way.
I stand in my own way. I live with anxiety, and I'm my worst critic and I'm terrified. It's so scary. I think for so many years I felt I was like kind of alone. Like how can it's like you give yourself excuses of why you can't do it. I'm scared. A lot of it comes just from being afraid.
Yeah.
Because when you start your own business, really it's intimidating and you learn a lot every single day. But I didn't know what I was doing when I started 5 years ago, kind of fake it till you make it.
Right.
But here I am and I feel now I'm finally in a great place where I'm ready for the next level.
I know, and I feel it from you. And I think that because you've been so verbal about, I want to do more reels, I want to get more comfortable in front of the camera. And a lot of the reason why our relationship works the way it does is because I challenge you in that way. And I actually think without you even maybe realizing it, I don't know that I've ever said it in this way, but you really challenge me personally when it comes to family and motherhood and in business too. But I think for me, it's like, me in a way that a lot of people in my life don't know me.
Yeah.
And you can see through like my stuff. And I'm able to see yours. By the way, I feel like this needs to be said because there is nothing more that I cannot stand from a friend who is not a supportive friend, whether that's like, this sounds so, even just saying it, I'm like, it feels so elementary, but if you're not liking and commenting on your friends' stuff,
I agree. I was just
and you're
going to
like
say that.
sending things in DM, it's annoying.
No, I'm like, why are strangers on the internet my bigger fan than people I'm friends with? I have friends that don't comment, don't like this is, my account I use for business and personal, but strangers are hyping me up over my friends.
Well, they may not be your
And
friends.
what's really funny is, but they'll hype up celebrities who they don't even know.
Right.
That is that's the world.
I just think it's like something, I mean, I get it. Like, obviously, there's a layer to social that you do have to take with a grain of salt. You can't take everything personally.
I've learned that.
But I do think when you get older, and everyone said this to us and continues to say it to us.
I already know what you're going to say.
That circle gets smaller, sis.
It's getting real small. I'm like, you can't walk away from me as a friend because we'll have no one else. So don't leave. Because it's true. I mean, I feel like, where did all my friends go? And I'm a great friend, but where are they? I mean, I think it's just you get to a point where you realize who's going to be there, why are they there, and everyone has like a purpose, right? But you start seeing through the bullshit.
Yeah. You see who your real ones are, and you see who you are a real friend to.
Oh, yeah.
As well. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and say it's about other people not showing up. I may not be able to show up in the way that you want me to show up as your friend. And I think there just comes this real acceptance because you realize that everything boils down to two things, like our time and our energy.
I think time is huge because you're getting older too. When you get older, you start realizing how little time you have. So who are you spending it with and how are you spending it?
That's actually something. So I feel like I have to answer. I mean, can you even? Like, first of all.
No, I mean, the fact that you own a dog, first of all, you and Noah were like, a dog's never coming in this house. And then now this dog is your personality. I'm like, hello, I'm here. The dog is your life. Eleanor's dog who? Melissa's dog. Wait, I have to say something really funny on that note. This morning, I asked how Noah was loving the dog, and your response was that the dog thinks Noah is its dog walker. It's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard.
He fully thinks Noah's the dog walker, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Noah's sweet with him, but he hasn't imprinted on him.
Yeah, well, this dog's imprinted on you, or you've imprinted on it.
No,
both.
it's like wild.
Sweaty armpits. As we get older, we start to smell a little. Do you notice that?
Do I notice that?
I'm like, the natural deodorant ain't working.
Noah told me I smelled multiple times at Dylan's wedding. I mean, granted, I had that dress on since 2 p.m. because the neck opening was so small that I couldn't, I had to put it on to do my hair and makeup. Right. So I'd been marinating in it for over 2 hours. And then we were dancing and I just felt like he was really far away from me. And I was like, why are you so far away? And he was like, babe, you smell.
Yeah, at least he told you.
And then even on the dance floor, I don't even know if Dylan remembers this, but we were all dancing and she was like, someone smells. And I was like,
you?
I was like, it's me.
Oh no.
It's me.
That's pretty bad.
No, it was so embarrassing.
I think when you get older, you just start to
they
sweat
say
differently.
when you're getting close to perimenopause,
we're not there yet.
No, I'm actually not, according to my functional health blood work and according to your functional health blood work.
Yeah, according to mine, I'm ready to pop out some kids. No, thank you. That chapter is closed. I made that very clear on the last podcast.
Yeah, you did.
The one thing that I said on the last podcast is that I didn't want kids, but I was definitely wanting to get married. And I've even kind of unsure about that now, which is, I think a lot changed since the last podcast. I was in a different relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I did carnivore after. I stopped drinking for a short amount of time. That didn't last longer than 3 months. I did a lot of has changed. I was actually in a kind of toxic relationship when I was on the last podcast, but I was kind of hiding it.
I had no idea.
You were like, I love him. And if you notice in the last podcast when you said that, I actually changed the subject so fast. Like nothing happened faster than that because I didn't want to talk about it because I was just so, I was done with it, but I was still in it. So I was like, oh gosh, how am I gonna?
No, but I think that's good that you didn't say anything to me yet because you have to process through things on your own. And where I was getting back to of like not having a codependent relationship, we're not like calling each other to opinion shop or talk shit about people all day. Like,
well, I do love some good shit talking. I did not call you to do it. Sometimes I do.
Well, I think we're just like, we share things.
Yeah.
Call it what you will.
Oof.
But, that we're not like spending our time as friends.
It's very usually like,
talking about people.
I'm driving to pick up Sloan from school. You're walking somewhere during the day, like to get to A to B. These are quick conversations. Unless we have a lot to talk about, some serious stuff went down, then it's usually short.
Yeah. So I think it's good that you didn't tell me. And I listen, first of all, I liked him. There were so many things that I liked when you opened up to me. And I do think when it comes to relationships and your best friends, I don't think you should tell everything about your relationship.
I agree.
Because
that goes with marriage too.
Totally. Because if things go south, right? And your friend is like sitting there as the cheerleader of like, break up with him.
Oh yeah, those girls.
He's not, he doesn't deserve you. And then you get back together.
Oh yeah.
It just creates this weird
that's
drift.
What happened with me. So my new relationship, it's been almost a year. The first 6 months, I had friends where I live in Orlando telling me like, you should break up with him. You actually didn't say that because he had trauma and he was dealing.
We all have trauma.
Yeah, I know. And he had a relationship coach. He has a therapist still. And the first 6 months were pretty tough. He was married 20 years, divorced for 4. And I had patience like I've never had. And it is a full transformation. Had I walked away, I would have walked away from the best relationship I've ever been in and the happiest I've ever been. And I think you and Noah, I love, like we've now stayed with you guys twice in the Hamptons. So you got to see him. And I think for me, you guys like approving of him, because I don't want to say it, but I think he's probably the first guy that you guys actually really like.
I mean,
in a different way.
I love him. Yeah. Like, I actually really, really love spending time with him. And I think you are the most you.
Oh, I feel it.
I've ever seen in a relationship. Yeah. And that makes me so happy because when you see your friends transition according to who they're dating, it's so hard to live through that.
Well, you've seen me. I always kind of blend into whoever I'm dating.
Yeah.
And I feel this is the first time I'm so me. I'm honest. We have the most brutally honest relationship, but also I can just be who I am. And he likes it. He thinks it's funny. He encourages me to be me. And the one thing I think I told you this, I feel like for the first time in my life, I have a partner. Mm-hmm. And it's just a beautiful thing. You can have someone, right, where I lived with someone for 6 years. I considered myself a partner to him because I made dinner for him every night. I would do things for him like send his mom flowers on Mother's Day. To me, it felt like a partnership. But this is the first time that it's beyond all of that. Mm-hmm. It's someone who can take my daughter for an hour when I go meet a client, or he offers to pick her up from a party that she's at, or just things like that.
So sweet.
I never had that. And someone who I've never dated a dad. This is the first time, and I've been a single mom since my daughter was 6 months old, and I was terrified of dating a dad.
Why?
I didn't even want to date someone with a kid. I think you hear horror stories about their significant other, their ex, whatever, and this, for me, I didn't want the drama because, I went to my ex's wedding. We have a great relationship. Mm-hmm. I love his wife, and I was like, what if I don't get that? What if it's just drama? I don't do drama.
No, you don't.
I'm just like very much always in the same mood.
You're non-confrontational.
So dating a dad is, I encourage women date dads. They get you. They get your responsibility. If you have your child, they understand that you're not free. It's not that I don't want to hang out with you. I'm with my child.
Mhm.
So I was dating all these guys, never married, no kids, and they didn't understand. So I was always trying to manage putting them first, putting my daughter first. Like, obviously your kid comes first, but it was so hard to kind of do all of it.
Right.
And they didn't really get me. So it's just been like, it's been a crazy difference, and it's been a really great thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, it's been so beautiful to witness you in so much discomfort of, well, Chris, I think this happens not just with Chris, but in relationships. And it typically comes from the woman. Like if I'm, just being honest with things I've observed and conversations I've had, it gets to a point where there's expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I remember saying to you, just imagine being married for 20 years, right? And then meeting someone that you like, but it's like your first real relationship or whatever it is. I'm not even talking just about your relationship, right? Just in general. It takes time to really get to know someone. And I think when you start getting into the like, well, how many months did it take for your partner to say this, or how many months until you moved in? That is the reason why people will remain single.
Oh, I agree. I think if I would have put him in a box of why haven't we done, said this or did this, or I wouldn't be sitting here saying that I'm in the best relationship I've been in, because I would have walked away had I listened to people that say that. And most do. I think a lot of girls are single because they have expectations from outsiders. But you're not, love isn't in a box. We all love differently, and our schedule of how things progress. Like I remember calling you and saying, when do we move in together? When does he say I love you? When do I say I love you? And you were like, don't put a time on it. Everyone is different. I think April said that to me too.
Yeah.
And the minute I took a pause and I let it go, the last 6 months have been like stronger than ever.
I felt it when we were at dinner with you guys. Like
just
I was
a
like
crazy shift.
I felt such a shift, and I just felt love between you guys. Like
I know, I feel it so strong.
I was like, it's so beautiful to see when you do surrender to the possibility of like what can be without trying to mold it into something. I think we're always trying to mold and manipulate things to what we want.
Yeah.
And when you actually let go of the end result that you're
and stop focusing
working
on it.
towards and let things actually unfold. And I feel like for me, like getting to a place where I was everything but that. I was in push and pull and force and so unhappy and unfulfilled, mostly with decisions that I made. But then getting to a place in life when you realize, wait a second, this old way of being and the old programs that we live by and that we tell ourselves, like when you recognize it's not working, that is the moment that you enter freedom.
But also, don't you think it's being present? Because when you're so focused on the end, how are you enjoying the moment?
That's what I mean. Like when you can actually, and like when you ask me, and I feel like I've tried to circle back, but like when you and I get in a room, we can just go on like at what point did things really change where I've realized that none of it matters. Like all of these things that I think that I was so hyper fixated on, when you're doing life in the way that you're going through the motions and you're just robotically moving through from like, did that, check, next step, check. Like it slowly starts stripping away your soul. And when you get to that, like real rock bottom, like inner moment, and listen, this was like a different rock bottom than like my first real rock bottom. We have many different wake me up moments in life. And for me, it was just this beautiful moment of remembering that I can choose differently and that I can live my life according to the things that actually feel really connected to my soul and less connected to like what looks good on paper or like a P&L sheet. And that's when I just really dove deeper into my spiritual practices, but also like deeper into myself.
Yeah. I think that we grew up with victim mentality. And I think one thing that you had asked me something, and I told you I was always so afraid because I was comparison. That wasn't even comparison because I don't think I was comparing. But I would say, oh, that girl has a great body because she doesn't work and so she works out all day. Or that girl's so successful because her husband supported her or whatever. And I was comparing myself to people, but not in a way. I feel like one thing I wake up every day, I'm sure you know this about me, I'm so grateful for life and I am happy for everyone. Like I don't want anyone else's life. I'm so happy with mine and who I am. And I think you're where you're supposed to be. But I think that one day I was like, no, it's not that if my business is going to be successful, I have to do that. No one is going to save you. You have to save yourself and stop making excuses. So for me, I think that that's because of our background.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like the victim. Because I think you even went through that phase and where you did kind of more victim
mentality. Oh, for sure. I also think we bonded from our victimhood.
We did.
Like we had trauma. We trauma bonded.
Yeah.
Well, more so I feel like I trauma like Velcroed myself to you and your family.
Yeah.
But the more that I got to know you and understand.
Yeah, I have my own trauma.
We all do.
We do.
Right? And it's all so different. But being able to recognize when you are showing up as a victim in your life in every situation and everything that's happening is because of someone else or this thing fell through because of that person and
blame. The blame game.
Yeah.
I told you, my boyfriend always says to me, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's what you do with it. And I always play that in my head because the moment I took out this, someone's going to save me, I've seen my business change. And you've been saying that to me for years. And it's true. I have to wake up every day and I choose the life that I want to make and create. And when you start thinking like that, things start to change. It comes to you.
But that's like you really connecting more to like your way of just living a more connected spiritual life without like it having to have a label on it, right? Like I think too, living a spiritual life doesn't mean that you have to necessarily just like talk about your spirituality. You know, it's like it becomes a reflection of seeing life differently and seeing the choices that you make and the actions that you can be taking. And that's why when Chris tells me I want to grow my business, I want to be doing all of the things that you said that you wanted to be doing that you're now doing. And now you're like challenging yourself and you're like, and now I want this. And I'm like, that's amazing. So when she's posting things and like, I love just sharing, like, I love this reel, you know, sign up for ManyChat and comment links and more people will engage because it's just an easy way for them to get a direct link to everything that you're wearing.
I'm so happy you said that.
You're talking
I was like,
about.
I've been wondering what to do and now I know.
Yeah. Like, I think there's no, like, we don't keep things from each other.
No,
like,
I'm always grateful. I'm like, what can I do better? You know, look at what you've built. You've built such a big brand. So why would I not ask you?
I mean, it's just important to be able to share things. Like if you want to really help people, like you share things that you know. And
we're not gatekeepers.
No, honey, we are not. Speaking of which, what have you been doing to your skin? Because it's so good.
I know. Someone DM'd me this week and they're like, I didn't even respond yet. I forgot because I was like, oh, this is such a compliment. They're like, what have you done? So I did Sculptra. I did 3 different, I think you have to do 2 or 3, like a few weeks apart. So I did Sculptra and I did a little filler in my chin, and I've never done filler in my face.
I didn't know.
And yeah, I don't know if I told you.
No.
So that's what I've been doing. And
what does Sculptra do?
It builds your collagen. So it's I'm not going to say it's not painful. It's pretty rough. I numbed. They say that you don't have to numb, but I'm kind of a baby with pain. You probably wouldn't have to numb. You're way more.
I have a high.
Yeah, you have a high. I know. So I think that she put it like here, and the number, like the place that we start to age that you don't really focus on are your temples. So I put it in my temples and here, and I think here.
So is it?
It's kind of like filler, but it's collagen.
Got it.
So I'm really happy with it. I remember I saw you in the Hamptons right after, and you were like, what did you do? Because it gives you like sculpture glow.
Yeah. I feel like it looks better now though.
And then I did the filler in my chin, and then I just did a little lip filler. You know, I support the things that make you feel better. You know, everyone's judgy about what they do and they don't share. And I hate the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do Botox 2 to 3 times a year. I don't overdo it.
No, you do it. It's so natural.
I do very little Botox.
Same.
I think it's so important to find someone. I always judge the Botox by the injector. If the injector looks natural, that's who I go with.
Yeah, same.
If they look like scary, I'm staying away.
I mean, that's how I started seeing Amy Lee from Velour Medical after not doing it for so long. And then I was just like, I just want like a little touch up. And
I think at our age...
But I think even for me, like I go through these phases where I'm like, I live such a clean life. Like I just want to stay on that path. But then I also feel like I put myself in that box where I'm like, I have to do things this way and show up this way. And I'm like, well, actually, no, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
and it doesn't need to be seen as anything, or who cares what people think.
I mean, listen, I think for me, I want to feel confident, and you know, we're not getting younger, so I feel good. I'm going to do it. If you don't like the Botox, keep on walking.
Yeah. Well, do you.
Yeah, you got to do you.
Do you, sis. Okay, we're going to go right into the questions because they're really good. How do you heal after cutting ties from toxic friendships?
I just let them go. Let them love. I will tell you, I don't usually end friendships because I've had the same friends for so long. But I did let a girl into my life in the last 4 years. And after my last breakup, we had a little... I think she was sad because she wanted me to stay with the guy because we had all started hanging out with her and her boyfriend. And so we had a moment of... Basically, I cut the ties. And then recently we actually ran into each other, and I decided to kind of let it go. But I think with me, I'm such a lover and I'm so loyal, and I know you know that about me, that when I cut you off, you're done. So for me, that's it.
Yeah.
I will do anything for you. And then the minute you cross the line of hurting me, it could be my abandonment issues. I won't let you back in.
Same.
It's like my way of protecting myself. So I see it as, okay, it's time for that to be over with. So I mean, really though, I have the same friends for so long that this was the first friendship in so many years where I had a falling out.
I think the healing comes when you cut out anything toxic.
Yeah, and maybe if you decide you want to go back, there's no problem with that. There's no rules with friendships. For me, I happened to run into this person, and we were sitting next to each other at a restaurant, and it was kind of like, okay, here we go. But it wasn't planned or... So, and maybe when you go back, you just proceed with caution.
I think there's so much freedom that comes over you when you realize, like, maybe a friendship has just hit the point of, like, you both got what you needed. And it doesn't need to be this, like, you don't need to announce anything, right? Like, I think when you are changing and growing and evolving into different versions of yourself, like, you're going to attract different friendships.
I mean, it's the same with the relationships. It's like, okay, that one's over. The awkwardness, you don't post anything for like weeks or months, and then, oh, there's a new guy. New guys around now. Oh, I've had a lot of relationships on Instagram.
Wait.
What can I say? I was in my dating era last summer.
How do you?
Wow, that was fun. I came up and stayed with you and Noah in the city. It was some fun times. My Raya days.
You and
I almost had a falling out again.
I think it was because you were in a toxic relationship and it was really hard to live through that.
It was a situationship.
Exactly.
It was no relationship.
It was a situationship that served the other's situation.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see. But honestly, I think in those situations, I do this. Like, I pull back. I say what I have to say.
Yeah.
And then I stopped saying anything.
The minute that you stopped is when I saw. And I think that's something I've seen you grow so much. You actually don't used to give opinions to people, or you were so honest about your feelings. And I've noticed now you don't say anything. You've changed, and it's been an amazing thing.
I'm so happy to know that you've noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
She's never said this to me, by the way.
I remember when I was dating this person, we won't say his name, I was happy to get to see you more because I was in the Hamptons more, which was great. And at first you were like, oh, he's okay. And then you were like, hell to the no. And at first you were so opinionated. But then the minute you stepped back, it's like, I see the light. Because when someone's telling you don't want to listen.
Yeah. It's
like your parent telling you. You're like, I'm not listening. But then I came around, but I've seen you do this with everyone. Mm-hmm. I love that you've changed that. Because, you realize they don't want to hear it. People feel it, but they don't want to hear it from you. They don't want the truth.
Well, I think
the truth is scary.
That has been the thing that first of all, I think when you want to really, really step into your power and your essence, one thing that will catapult you there is being able to really look at within yourself, almost like the dark side of the soul. Like, what is the thing in me that is like my ego mind? When you live in your ego, in Kabbalah, it's called the opponent. It's your tikkun. It's your soul's correction. Like, we're all brought into this world with a correction of our soul, something that we are repeatedly tested over and over and over again. And until you really, really understand and learn from it and see the real meaning behind it. And for me, it was understanding from childhood. Like, the biggest thing for me was not feeling safe in my home, and then realizing that the only way that I could feel safe was when I took the reins of everything. So that was such a huge thing for me to be able to pack up my bags in my early 20s on my own and move to New York, a city I knew absolutely no one.
Nope.
And whenever I start to question myself, I'm like, okay, just remember that fire that lives deep, deep inside of you. While it's such a positive thing, it also came with the fact that I will insert myself to fix
Always
and to
be
help.
A fixer.
And I realized it, even in relationships with some of my siblings, It's a lot of the reason
I've
why we're
seen it.
not close.
Yeah.
Because I was always, and I'm not going to say I don't still have moments of it, but
You
it's
do.
definitely shifted where I am getting to this place of listening more and saying less, because I cannot fix or change anyone or anything that is not myself, like my own actions. And that's been the biggest part of my
By the
spiritual
way,
evolution.
that's what I've noticed about you. I didn't know how to explain it, but you're not fixing anymore as much. You still do it.
Yeah, like it's
in your nature.
It's in my nature, but I'm aware of it. I see it now. Why?
Sometimes
Because
I
I
remind
want to
you.
see it. I have a desire to meet a level within myself that I know it's in
But you
all
know
of
what
us.
it is? Yeah, the thing is about you is you know people are capable and you know that they can do it, but they don't see it.
I know. So
And
that's
you
where I've had
see
to
it,
let go, though.
And you used to do that to me with business and with things, and I'm grateful for it now because I see it, or even with me deserving love. You know, because of my history and family background, I think a lot of times when it comes to men, it's not that I didn't think I deserved love, but I wasn't getting the love fully that I deserved.
I don't think you fully loved yourself enough.
That's what it was.
You didn't have enough self-worth.
Yeah.
I don't want to say self-respect because I don't think it was self-respect.
Yeah,
I think when you're lacking
love.
self-worth,
Yeah.
it becomes a reflection of who you attract in your life.
And when you start to feel that way, you attract the people that should be in your life. I was attracting the wrong people.
Mm-hmm. So it's all like, I think it, like when you do go back to just like what an opportunity this is, like hitting a low in your life and just knowing that you're meeting a low because you're literally being woken the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like you are being grabbed by the shoulders and the universe is shaking you to see and to feel a feeling you probably don't ever want to feel again. And the only way that you can overcome that is really going through the pain. And it's the only thing that's going to reveal what's on the other side. And she's never said this to me. So it's like, I feel like it's so like there's like this inner reward where I'm like so happy to know that can just keep taking shape and getting stronger.
Yeah.
And I mean, I see it, it's like, ooh, it is so hard for me not to want to help and insert myself. And like, I'm such a helper. But I realize it's never helpful.
No, people don't want it. They only want to hear what they want to hear.
That is so good. Okay, what's your favorite thing about your friendship that has changed over time as you've grown? I mean, I feel like we've talked about this in some ways, but...
You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, when we were friends, you know, 4th grade, I can't to think of us sitting here now. Isn't it a crazy thing? Like when you sit there and think, like, what would we have been doing now? Did you ever picture this? I didn't. I know you had great goals and like you had things, and we all did. We all had dreams, but to sit here and think those girls, right?
I know.
It just
so
shows
sweet.
like girls from like small towns, follow your dreams, don't give up. I didn't find my career till I was 35 and my passion. And look at you. I mean, your story, everyone knows it. I witnessed it firsthand more than anyone. I've been there. And I wouldn't have pictured those Syracuse girls sitting here. You know?
No,
On that
neither.
note, where does Melissa Wood Tepperberg see herself? Like, where are you going?
Ooh.
I think I am interviewing you.
Yeah, you are. I like it. Oh my God, I find it so challenging when people are like, what do you see in the next 5 to 10 years? And I'm like, I get so overwhelmed by
Me
that.
too. But I also think that's not the living in the present.
I think that's why that's really challenging for me, because the thing that matters most to me now, more than anything
Is this dog?
else, is Noble, is really, really enjoying like where my 2 feet are. Like in the moments that I choose to do the things that I choose to do, like, is it really serving the depths of my soul? And as I'm growing so much and also just really loving the ride that I'm on, I'm also able to recognize, I think, just my age, right? Like,
You mean we're 25? What do you mean?
well, according to
According to
function, I'm
Health,
26.
I think I was like 28. I was so happy.
I mean, by no way in hell would I ever want to go back to the age of 26. I
Same.
love this age.
Well, clearly we loved 40.
The
'Cause
decades,
that really, that
the
was our
decade of 40s
iconic moment in the
is
last
it,
podcast.
right?
But it's true. Like my life is so much better now. I say it, but I mean it. I know we said it before, but it was the confidence. It's all the things. I mean, you can say what you want to say, but it really has been better for me.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're so different.
Oh, yeah. Now I just say anything. I'm holding back over
No,
here.
it's so good. I think the thing that I feel evolving more than ever is me understanding, as ambitious as I am, that life is not just about fulfilling, these big dreams of wanting to help awaken the world and do all these incredible things that I want to do if it doesn't feel like that at home.
Oh, yeah. The house has to be.
Yeah, like I'm just like really focus on my family and
Number one.
yeah, and while I'm still, obviously there's so many big things, I'm just realizing that I need more of a balance in life of being so focused in the past 10 years to also getting to this place of realizing my children need me in a different way. My marriage needs me in a different way. And to be able to have my home feel the way that I want it to feel, you have to prioritize all of those things. And
well, you've definitely become like, I was trying to convince you and with Noah to go to F1. And you're like, absolutely not. And like, you do not break. You're not, you know what's good for you and what's not. You're not a yes girl.
No, I'm super true to myself.
Yeah.
And when I'm not, oh my God, like that is when I experience the most pain.
But I will say one thing about you, and you know this is true, don't deny it. Sometimes the things you don't want to do, you end up having the most fun.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Which I love those moments when you call me and you're like, I didn't want to do this, but I did it. And it was like the best ever.
Well, I think that's like a big part of being in a relationship and leaning in, where it's not always like one way or your way.
Yeah.
You have to be open. I don't want to say that you compromise, because I think compromising can knock you out of alignment. And like, you never want to compromise your soul.
I agree.
But it's being able to recognize what something means to your partner and like meet in a way where like you show up. Like I'm not like dreading the thing,
Yeah, and it's hard. You're not going to always have everything in common. I mean, you and I don't have everything in common, but we're still able to, hang out, and we don't have as many friends, so we got to hang out.
Okay, let me ask you one juicy one before we end.
So on the car ride here, someone asked, how do you guys maintain a long distance relationship? I think we do a better job than some actual couples that are in a long distance relationship.
Oh, yeah, we really do. We're just connected.
Yeah.
And we put effort. And we check in with each other.
I think it's effort. I think when people don't check in, I always say it takes a good friend to have a good friend. And I think we really do a nice job of checking in, keeping in touch, knowing about big moments going on in our lives. Sometimes I call you and I'm just going in on something that I need to talk about. And sometimes you call me and I don't even get a word in because you're focused in on something. But that's just how it is. But we make each other a priority. And I think that's how you make a long distance friendship work. Prioritize. I mean, I try to come see you. I think when I was single, I was here every month. I mean, I even stayed with you and Noah for almost 2 weeks in the summer. But now that I'm in a relationship, I don't come as often. You definitely don't come to Florida. Don't get me started on that. It's a one-way street.
Okay, I'm coming this year.
Okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
2026.
Guys, listen, if she's saying it, we're holding her to it.
2026.
But I think, just prioritizing and showing up for things.
I have to care.
I mean, my own family says, Melissa's your priority, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but over and over, you show up for me and I show up for you. So I think showing up for the people that do that for you. So I'm like, well, when did you guys show up for me? Like, it's just being real.
It's so true.
Not that my mom and my brother always show up for me.
Okay, Chris, what's next for you?
If you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I was in survival mode for so long. Being a single parent, being kind of lost with my career. What do I want to do? I was so focused on finding the one. All of those things, I felt every day I would wake up and I was just getting through the day. And finally now I'm in a place where I'm not in survival. So I'm able to start focusing on the things that I want and what's next. And to me, growing my business is what's next for me. And I think it's crazy. I have 3 years left with my daughter before she goes to college. And so I kind of think, in this 3 years, I'm focused on my career, but I'm also, what I love about having my own business is I can still take her to school in the morning. I can still pick her up. And so I really think the next chapter for me, that's going to be, I'm going to be like, what do I do with myself? It's so sad to think about, but I'm trying to focus on the positive. Like, I still might stalk her and follow her and go where she ends up. But I think for me, that's when I'm going to be able to really hone in. Because 3 years is not a long time.
No.
And I want to really have that time with her. So I'm really taking on smaller amounts of really VIP clients. My clients, most of them, I talk to every day. I have great relationships. They end up being like family to me. And I'm really grateful for that. And they've supported me and they've been there. And so I think the next chapter is going to be, what does Chrissy do when Sloan goes to college?
I mean, everyone says when they leave the nest, it's just like a whole new life awakening
it's also
moment.
Depressing. It's sad in ways.
It is.
I think for many years I was so excited. I was like, oh, I can leave Orlando. I've been there for so long. But then when you realize what that means, my girl is leaving me, my best friend, that's scary.
Yeah.
So I think, focusing on the good and probably stalk her. And
I mean, Sloan
as long as she doesn't end up somewhere I don't want to live.
Sloan is literally the coolest. And as you're talking, it makes me really want to end on this note because you're talking so much about how you were at this low and you were attracting certain types of relationships. And when everything changed is when you started focusing on you.
Yeah.
When you started prioritizing yourself and not your partner's way of living life. And you started being more mindful about what you were eating, moving your body more.
Yeah.
Your food habits and
everything.
Your lifestyle has completely changed.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, give
it.
Yes, girl, give it.
So, I was vegan, vegetarian for 10 years, pescatarian in there some. And I remember going to dinners and wanting to try something on the menu that was meat. And I felt so restricted. I felt like I was in a box and I felt like people would judge because I was so passionate about being a vegan vegetarian that I was so embarrassed if I decided, and I know you went through this too. And so I was like, I don't want to live like this anymore. It just felt like I was restricting myself
And you're hiding.
and not being true. So that's when I decided to kind of walk away from that lifestyle. And I went within a year almost full carnivore after a year after being pescatarian, vegan, vegetarian for 10 years. I tried it all. And I did carnivore for 3 months. I have Hashimoto's, Sjögren's syndrome. I don't even know how to say half these things.
Sjögren's?
Yeah. They're like, what is this? And there's medication. Yeah, I have 3 autoimmunes. I have alopecia, believe it or not, which is crazy because my hair is really thick, but I only had 1 outbreak so many years ago, and thank God it hasn't happened again. So I have 3 autoimmunes, and, my weight, like, it fluctuates 20 pounds. I lose, I gain, and I'm not on medication for it. So I tried carnivore. I did no alcohol. And it was really great. I had a great transformation, but it wasn't sustainable. I was sort of feeling also, if you wanted to go on vacation and enjoy, I was ordering basically only animal products. So that's when I decided that I didn't want to live in this restriction anymore. So I'm currently eating just kind of mindfully how you do. And it's really been much easier on me, but also it feels more like something long-term. I know you went through this too.
Oh my God, yes. I'm in such a different place with food. I'm in this like, I want it, I eat it energy.
Yeah, me too. I got to New York. I was like, I'm getting a bagel.
I don't even like think twice about it. And listen, are there things about food combining that I love? Absolutely. Yeah. Eating mostly a plant-focused diet is when I feel my best, but I've thrown it all out the window, and I am so intuitively locked in to what makes me operate in a way that I'm able to fully show up as myself. And that just has cashew de pepe and chicken parm,
all the things,
white pizza. Like, it is so joyful.
Yeah.
Just living in a place of not attaching myself to
a label,
what I'm consuming.
Yeah.
Or feeling.
For me too.
I don't feel anything about it. It's such a neutral zone of like my biggest thing right now, like my happiest meal that I think this is really important because a lot of people focus on like a cheat meal or a cheat day.
Yeah, I don't agree with that life.
I just think that energy is like you're cheating yourself, Like I used to call it like a treat meal or a treat day. I don't call it anything. I just, I probably eat the majority of my diet is 85 to 95% really clean, really healthy. Not that there needs to even be a freaking number attached to it, but people like to have numbers, right? Because it's a sense of security and it makes you feel like you can control that thing. But having like, when we went on the cancer walk, I was like, I want a lightly toasted croissant.
Oh, wow.
Cut open with butter.
Oh, wow.
With eggs and cheese.
Sounds so good right now.
It is one of the meal. Like, I was just like, this has done something to me.
Yeah.
I had it this week again. But like, sometimes I can get on a tangent, right?
Yeah, where you like,
Well, where I have to, it has to become a thing. And it doesn't have to become a thing.
That's me, by the way.
Like, I'm like, I wasn't having pizza for how many years? And then every Friday for Shabbat, I was having pizza. And I'm like, it got to the point where I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on a second. Sometimes you got to undo your doings.
But I do that too, where I crave a certain meal. And if I don't have it, nothing is good. Nothing tastes good until I have that meal. And so I do that too with something. I go on these like little things where I'm like, I love curry right now or something, or I want to eat a tuna sandwich, or just something like that. And then if I don't have it, I'm like, nothing else is good. I don't want it. Like, I will drive the distance for what I want. I will go for that food and I will find it. And this dog is an actual human. I'll never get over it.
I love you.
I love you.
It really is like, life is meant to be spent with your people.
I agree.
Like, it's really, really meant, you guys, to be with the ones that you feel yourself the most whole with. And you're excited to talk to, you're excited to do things with. Like, if you don't feel that way in your life, look into the depths of your relationships. Like,
And just cut the people out.
and just, I mean, listen,
It's true.
you got to let go and let God with love and light. It ain't it.
Namaste.